here. The slot 1 analysis, you and I have started off. Rahul has taken the slot 3. GP, Shivko have taken slot 2. I think this is one way of saying is, okay, how much can we analyze what happened in all the 3 slots? We'll put together all of these at the same time. But the second information that I would like to look at is, what next to do after everybody has done this. CAT is over now. Finally, I think there is a lot more to do, whether it's the interviews that one has to prepare for or the other exams. So let's start this session with basics from each one of you, saying that what do you think our students should feel right now? I know whatever they're feeling, and how should they take it going forward? Maybe Jijo, you can start off.
It's difficult to say how someone is going to feel about today. I think that there would be many who will feel disappointed about the day, many who will feel happy about the day. Some people might feel relieved about the day. But I think that we have done what we have done, and you have to look at the next step, which is to, obviously, the scores will come out. In the meantime, there are other exams that I need to prepare. There is IIFT still there. There is a SNAP, probably some of you might be taking. And there's, of course, that. And that will culminate into this test of this year. And of course, some of you may even look at MHCET and TIS and other exams. So this exam season is still not over. How should someone feel? I can share what I feel, but probably later.
See, Aks, yeah. If you look at it, I think the engineering hostel mates have the right idea. बोलते यार गर्लफ्रेंड ने हाँ बोला चलो दारू पीते, गर्लफ्रेंड ने ना बोला चलो दारू पीते, एग्जाम क्लियर हो गया दारू पीते, एग्जाम फ्लंक हो गया दारू पीते, तो यार हो गया कैट, गुड और बैड इट्स डन. सो चिल आउट, टेक ए डे ऑफ, पार्टी वार्टी करो, बिंज वॉच करो, जो करना है करो, डू योर स्टफ, डू योर थिंग, and then either tomorrow or day after we'll get back to the grind.
Okay.
GP joining in. Okay.
GP is join. Yeah. Manish, please get GP sir also onto the.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah, he's in. Yeah. GP, hi.
Okay, you'll have to activate my video.
Manish. Yeah. Just a second. Okay. Now it is done. Right. GB, I was just starting off. Jijo and Rahul have given. Now that CAT is over, what should the students feel and what do we feel, kind of things. So maybe we can start with that from you too before we go into, the structured analysis of all 3.
Okay. The first thing would be CAT ho gaya hai. Good, bad, ugly, it has happened. And there's nothing you can do about it. If you have done it well, great. If you have not done it well, sleep it off. So tonight, just relax. Jo hona tha, acha bura ho gaya. Yes, Deepankar, absolutely right. The phrase, long live the queen, is the king is dead, long live the queen. That phrase works very well out here. The paper is gone. So just sleep it off. Tomorrow is a new day. Start all over again for IIFT if you are taking IIFT. If not, then look at whichever is the next paper you are looking. You have to prepare. So nothing else to be done to my mind. Now this is going till beginning of January. You will be only taking papers. So this is going to be the norm for you. Ho gaya paper, move on, and then see what you can do for that paper. Okay, the other thing is, if you have done well, you need to start preparing for the GD interviews. PDP is something you need to start the classes immediately. And we should be starting the classes in the next couple of weeks, a week after IIFT.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have done well, you're expecting a call. Don't wait for the call, because when the calls come, many a times you will not have sufficient time to prepare. So that's the second thing you need to look at doing. Not done well, sleep it off, start all over again tomorrow. Done well, sleep it off, start with the ZAT IIFT and the PDP tomorrow itself.
Right. So I'll start with a very simple number. In fact, we are still getting a lot of data, Jijo, Rahul, GP, from the students. I would like you, all of you who are listening to us, to go on to the careerlauncher.com/cat for the, not just the analysis like you are here, but also on the score calculator and the percentiles. So I have the first information right now. I can say the first information report, if I may call it. It appears that the verbal section, I mean, with whatever information I have, I'm just seeing, because more than 1,000 students as of now have given the information for the section 1, for the slot 1, around 600 plus, more than 1,100 plus for slot 1, more than 600 plus for slot 2, but only 300 for slot 3. But with this limited information, and I'm hoping that by night today, we will get a lot more information. But with this limited information, I might want to say this, that on an average, the verbal ability section, I'll start off with this. The verbal ability section, slot 1 is the toughest, then slot 3, and then slot 2 in terms of the toughness. If I look at DILR, the toughest, incidentally, once again, is slot 1, and then slot 2, and then slot 3. This, I think, seems to be in sync with what we have got on heard of the data. And the third one, the slot 1 is, slot 3 is the most difficult one, and then slot 2, and then slot 1. In fact, this corroborates, GP, what I said, that S2, your slot, frankly, was not as easy as you kind of said in that sense, because there were lengthier questions, but slot 3 is even worse off from whatever the data that we have right now. Any information, any comments on these? What is there on screen on the toughness of the slots?
Sorry.
Yeah, Jijo.
So if it was marginally tougher, easier, then it should be fine. Is it marginally or substantially? What is greater than?
The quant is substantially.
Okay.
Quant is substantially tougher. DILR, apparently, the way it looks to me, it is these two are very close, and this is the toughest. So S2 and S3 are similar. S1 is a tougher one. Here, all three are marginally. There is a lot of difference. 3 marks difference in each of these things for the moment. And section 1, these two are closer, and this is easier.
Right.
Okay. All right. So which means,
sorry. Yeah, Jijo,
GP आप बोल दीजिए, फिर मैं बोलता हूँ.
अच्छा, ठीक है. See, end of the day, these are what I would say initial results. Okay, so if you remember when Bihar elections were happening, last time as well the previous time, initial results gave something else, and the final results were very, very different. And secondly, this is what is the feeling of these students. This is not the actual answers which they have marked. Okay, so frankly, this could be the case. This may not be the case. To me, end of the day, this does not matter at this point of time. In the next 2 or 3 days, hopefully, CAT will come out with the answer key, and that is where we'll be able to say which is the tougher or the easier one. Secondly, this also has a bias, inbuilt bias of each one of us. For example, when I say that in my slot 2, quant was easy or not very difficult, it is possibly because I use choices. And as you were saying, not many students do that. So that bias I can't take away. The fact is that I could look at doing 6-7 questions and a few students have reported is the reality. But the other reality is what you said, that lot of students don't do that. They will solve conventionally. Okay. Similarly, in VARC, if you have been able to pick up the verbal questions, and even at my center, I have talked to a few students. Some of them had not attempted verbal well. They spent so much time in I see that they did not have time for verbal, and hence they lost out. So there are multiple things available out there, and I'm not sure if I will go by this. At this point of time, I'll say, don't worry about what happened in other slots, because you are at the end of the day going to be evaluated within your slot. And normalization will take care of whatever this variation of difficulty is there.
Actually, as you speak, I'm
point.
changing this postal ballot. The latest information tells me S2 is the toughest one, S1 is next, and S3 is the easiest.
This will keep changing. This is
Right.
election analysis which is happening.
Ask-
And Bihar
just to
election,
put point-
twice we have seen this happen.
So exactly what GP said, was what we were discussing about slot 3 quant, right? Slot 3 quant, there were very few standard questions wherein you know the approach exactly when you read the question, right? So, and student feedback is that it is very lengthy, especially in arithmetic questions.
Yeah.
That's exactly where GP's approach of, start from answer choice, substitute numbers, that I think at least 3 questions, if you don't do that, you would have taken 3 minutes, 4 minutes per question.
So there is another point that I would want to make, which is
Gijo, one second, sorry. Aks, I think Shivku is requested to make a panel. Yeah.
Okay.
so what I was saying.
Yeah, also has changed.
So what I was saying is that it was kind of perplexing as to what IMA was trying to do. So they came out with an amazing comment that we have to help all the students in managing the time. We will try to reduce the number of questions. And what they reduce is DI. I mean, they should reduce one RC passage. They will reduce one DI, reducing the number of choices the kids have. And then the second thing is that for some reason, 2 questions were 6 questions and 2 questions at 4 questions. That everything they should have made 5 each. It just doesn't make sense. It is not as though the 6th question was substantially tougher than the 4 question sets. So that is probably one of the reasons why many would have felt DILR to be painful than CAT 2020, merely the fact that you had lesser thing to work with.
Just to add to what you're saying, they will reduce the number of quant questions, but they increase the length of the questions. So net tech, you're still at the same place. The number of 4-line questions that I had this year was much more than what I'd seen last year's paper.
They should not have given any logic or anything. Just say that this is a paper and then take the test. Second of all, I don't know. I'm just going on a rant now. Why would they give a mock paper with the what? I'm giving up.
I have a very interesting all students who are listening to us, please understand that I want you to go and give us the data. Like GP sir has said, yes, this is still postal ballot, but one interesting thing came out. This is the difficulty level of slot 2, slot 1, slot 3 in verbal. Slot 2 was the most difficult as per the result right now I have. DILR S1, S3, S2 and QA S3, S2, S1. But you know what is interesting, GP, Jijo, Shivku, you are seeing? S2 is the toughest in VA and S2 is the easiest in DI according to the numbers, and it's in middle in quant.
See, S1, I would not be surprised with S2 being the easiest because, as I said, 2 sets were sitters. And a good student might have done those 2 sets in something like 15 minutes comfortably. Okay. So that I would not be surprised. No, I've not seen, I don't have much idea of the other sets, but other slots, but this.
Yeah, and GP, there's a nice, I mean, if this holds, S1 was number 2 in VARC, number 1 in DILR, most toughest, and the easiest in quant.
Yeah.
And therefore the S3 also. Very interesting spread. If there is something is difficult, something is easier.
If these old, we could be looking at hung parliament.
My sense, with respect to VRC, is that more or less all the 3 slots were by and large similar. And I've been crying from CDC 1 till CDC 13 that please do VA. Please look at paragraph jumble. In fact, for about three VRC slot section, deliberately we made the paragraph summary so tough that people should look at paragraph jumble. So it was if someone would have been sensible, and then VRC was manageable. Yeah.
Let me put that in numbers, okay? In very simple language. Slot 3, 1 passage on some unconsciousness and the vocabulary related to unconsciousness. You take that out. How many questions have you dropped? 4. okay, you will have enough time to solve everything else and 1 or 2 minutes to spare. I'm talking about above average student could have solved everything else and had a minute or two to spare had he dropped that one passage. And you're just losing 4 questions. You're attempting 20. And 20 attempts is absolutely enough. And you're taking out the worst of the passages. And there were one such passage in each slot. This obsession with I want to attempt everything can really cause serious damage.
Yeah. I think one problem that is going to happen today is on hindsight, a lot of things could have happened. And many will be frustrated because of that. On hindsight, I should have done this. On hindsight, I think everybody will have a hindsight. So I don't think you have... So whatever is the decision that you took on the day, it's a decision that you took on the day. There is no point going and looking back and fighting about it. I think the best. So now I'm sure that the normalization process will take care of whatever is the difference that is there. But I'm very surprised to see the vast difference within QA. I don't know what I've heard at least.
Probably it has to take. It has to do with the exhaustion that has happened throughout the day for us. Probably because it was the last thing we were supposed to do on this day. So usme ho gaya rahe that we felt the paper was difficult, but generally it is the talk. If you actually look at you go exactly 1 year ago when people came out of slot 3, people said ye kya paper aa gaya, right? And everyone was saying that slot 3 definitely is going to upscale, but eventually slot 3 was the slot that downscaled. The scores fell because BRC and Quant apparently were typically a lot easier as compared to the other 2 slots, while DILR remained the most difficult in slot 3. So if you look at slot section wise part of it, I think DILR has to play an important role in slot 3 over here. As it appears, slot 3 DILR is the most doable is what it comes out to be as of now. And slot 3 VRC was also having some 2.5, 3 passages which were easily doable and readable. So in that sense, it may very well happen that slot 3 again scales down. But however, I am pretty sure Quant will scale up. There was definitely a difference in the way I would look at CAT 2020 paper versus the slot 3 of CAT 2021.
Right. Shivko? You're muted, Shivko.
Okay, I can. So I'm seeing that slot 3 Quant is tougher than slot 2 Quant and tougher than. In fact, slot 2, I was surprised to find people coming and saying ki tough hai, because I thought ki. So I when I came out of the DI section, I realized that I think very few people would have managed 14, and most of them would have been around 10. I thought they've given an easy Quant to make up for that, because there was except for 1 or 2 questions, there was nothing that made you think. So if I were to look at, I guess it could just be, I mean, like GP was saying, they tried to take away time from you by making the questions lengthier, which I think completely militates against their claim that they want to make it easier in terms of time. I mean, it could have been.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, if slot 3 was tougher, I haven't looked at all the slot 3 questions, but मालूम नहीं है, right?
हम भेज देंगे आपको थोड़ी देर में. So so what we'll do here, gentlemen, and all of the students who are listening to us, is that quickly take you through, those of you who have not seen the other slot discussions or the analysis. We will take verbal ability, slot 1, 2, 3, similarly for DILR, and what really happened in each of the 3 sections, and so that you know. But suffice it to know that the structure did not change for all the 3 sections. 24, 20, 22, 66 questions to be fair to. Therefore, IIM Ahmedabad, when they came out saying they'll reduce the number of questions to make it sound similar to what was in 2019 and before. 2019 and before, there were 100 questions for a 3-hour paper. And now that the number of hours given is only 2, the number of questions have now correctly come back to 66, 67. Good or bad, whatever else Jijo and others might say, as of now, at least the number of questions and the number of hours or the time given has kind of matched.
This non-MCQ question in QA was 7, no?
Same. No, 8.
Sure.
100% sure.
I counted twice. So it's.
I counted twice too. And I have taken with 3 others.
Okay. So maybe
One
my
of you-
counting is
one-
bad.
one of yours double counted or other one is
Okay.
Yeah. And the other thing is, but that's true for all the other 3 sections also, other 2 slots
Okay.
also. But while we do not know the number exactly, I think our first day impressions say that out of the 198 marks, there are 66 questions, total 198 marks at about 50%, or like GP would like to say at 47, 48% itself, one can get a 99 percentile in this year's CAT. Scale up, scale down, a little here and there will happen. Any comments on this, GP, to start with?
No, Aks, this is almost the same as last year actually. And last year
Correct.
people were saying the number of questions are high, so cutoff should be high. So if you look at the earlier papers before till 2019, in 3R paper, a 99 percentile was typically around 150 to 160. So in a 2R paper, it had to be about 100 odd, and that is what has come out. So no surprises out there as far as the 99 percentile mark is concerned.
Correct. And let's therefore now quickly go down to VARC. I'm going to take through slot 1, slot 2, and slot 3 and take comments from Jijo and Rahul to start with, and then we will take it for DILR from you and Ravi, and Quant from, let's say, Shivku and Ravi, or Shivku and you. And I will be kind of taking up. This is what happened in the reading comprehension, slot 1, gentlemen and ladies, all of you who are listening. There were 4 passages, 2 easy read passages with approximately 3 questions that were easy, and 2 difficult read passages with about 1 or 2 questions in each, doable. In other words, what we said in the very beginning was there will be 10 questions that somebody can solve, and 6 may or may not be solved in that sense of the word. I'll come back to this reading comprehension once again. Jijo and Rahul, just hold on. Once again, the same thing in slot 2, truth and power, languages, monolingual, nationalist view, and a psychology passage, 2 difficult reads and 2 easy reads. And when you look at slot 3, there were 2 easy reads and 2 difficult reads, unconscious and robots, universal grammar, and timekeeping entropy. Jijo, would you not say this? I will start with you. Would you not say that the IIMs have been able to kind of at least try to give a similar kind of papers all through, similar kind of paper for all the 3 slots?
I think 2 people set the paper. Okay. And gave each one of them the 6 passages each. And that's what outcome, I think. I don't know whether there's any logic to this. Probably it is there, probably it's not there. But what I want to say, when you say difficult read, I'm sure that we have sort of read passages like these throughout our CDCs. So it is comparatively sort of a difficult read. But nevertheless, if someone in all these passages, at least kudos to the IIMs, at least in that sense that the VARC section was at least made consistent across the 3 slots, which they have done. So my sense is that also one other thing, like always been saying, is that if you have understood the passage, you can get those 6 marks at least from each of this passage, whichever passage that you're trying to do. And those students who I'm sure that all of them are used to this. The only problem with VRC is that we would have had a lot of marking. We would have had a lot of greens. We just have to wait and see how many of these green turn out to be correct. So yeah, but yeah,
Absolutely.
I'll agree with that at least they made VRC section very across the 3 slots pretty similar. And okay, that's something that I agree with. Yes.
1 second. Just check the third passage, third slot one, Saks. Was there? Did we do some mistake here? Yo, I think
Unconscious is not an easy read.
Unconscious is a
It is a
difficult
passage
read.
that will make you unconscious while reading.
I think, yeah, some slide mistake. That should be a difficult read. And universal grammar is moderate read. And timekeeping is probably easy read. Yes, guys. I think that's a typo.
He unconsciously made a mistake. So
Absolutely.
And Jijo, I don't think there are two people who make the paper. There are four people actually. Amal, Bimal, Komal, and there are SMEs.
But only two were conscious.
Only two were conscious.
So I think what they have done, if you look at it, is the science part. They have taken passages from science, they've taken from psychology, they've taken from kind of linguistics. So they are trying to also do some amount of subject mapping between the three. This thing.
this is Rahul. This has been something that has happened since 2015, or from the day of the CAT. In fact, that mix of this passages was.
And once we see the actual questions, we'll see that even the types of questions also there'll be a balance between all the areas. How many questions are like which of the following true except, and how many can be inferred except? That will also kind of balance across the type of questions.
And thank God they didn't have stupid question. Which of the following if false? I think
No,
they
they
kept
had
it very
They had
straight.
Acha, one thing is,
There was
I
one
thought
question.
the choices were a little not as close as it was last year. I mean, am I the choices?
Shivku choices are never close.
No, but they're never no. But I think they were a little more easier.
So that's what
compared
I'm
to
saying.
last year.
So that's what I'm saying this time. If somebody would have taken time to understand the passage, there were about questions to handle. It was not. So at the end of the day, when we keep saying that the passage was easy, passage was difficult to read, at the end of the day, what is critical and crucial is to understand that finally it boils down to the question and in fact the options.
And
So
what makes the question difficult is always the choices.
Therefore from that there were elimination elimination possibility was there. My feeling is that if those of you have taken the CDC, watched the videos, my feeling is that at least you would have managed it. I don't know to what extent exactly you could do to crack it, but I'm guessing that this was not something that was completely alien, at least when it comes to reading comprehension.
Let me just again try to put it in numbers. See, when we say something like a 75% accuracy is good enough in verbal, what it actually translates to is for the easy questions, you need a 90% accuracy. For the moderate questions, maybe a 70-75% accuracy. For the difficult questions, get 1 out of 2, 50% accuracy. It still overall works out to 75% accuracy at least. And if you have about 19-20 items, you can easily get 99 or close to.
Yep. And let's quickly look at the verbal side also. Once again, if I look at verbal, we discussed this. Para summary had some too easy, one moderate, odd parajumbles was tricky and difficult, and parajumbles again, like Jijo also said, too easy in slot 3, which was very similar in slot 2 and also slot 1. Something very uncanny about this once again, if I may say so, Rahul. And you have been always saying that verbal ability has to be attempted, and given the parajumbles and para summary giving you almost 4 questions correct, I think it cannot be done away with.
Absolutely. See, odd sentence and parajumbles are theta questions, which means there is no negative. Okay. On top of it, para summary, normally elimination works in the sense that 2 choices easily go in para summary. Yes, the other 2 can be close. The good thing I think we have also seen is there are very few total bouncers wherein you read a paragraph and make no sense out of it. Okay, I think parajumble in slot 3 had 1 absolute bouncer wherein you don't know what the sentences mean. But I think that's just that 1 question. Out of the entire set of 8 questions, there's only 1 wherein you say, look, I don't know where the head is and where the tail is. Everything else is workable.
Right.
One thing about this paragraph jumble this time, when you look at this, usually when you look at paragraph jumble question, these guys remove words like however, but, and make it very painful. This time, I think that what we've seen is that they left all those words there. So which made the paragraph jumble, if people would have been logically following, they could handle it. The odd sentence was handleable. It is which if somebody would have prepped for it, I'm sure that you may not know, you may make silly mistake here and there, but I think given that in the 5 question, you could probably take out 2 questions or 3 questions out. When it comes to paragraph summary, the passage were short, at least the options were slot. That's what I saw in slot number 1. It's about understanding the red signal of that particular paragraph, and then you are in. So to me, the VA question for those of the students who genuinely put in the effort. Let me know if I'm telling the truth, ladies and gentlemen. If you put in the effort, you would have actually see the reward in this particular CAT that is happening to you. So you have had in your preparation looked at VA as a critical part, and I'm guessing that you would have been rewarded in this CAT. Yeah.
One thing I should really point out, Gijo's approach to elimination. I think people who followed that would really have gained. When he says specifically, look, this is extreme. This is contradicting the facts. This is out of scope. I mean, very clear-cut reasons to why we should eliminate certain choices. And that makes life simpler. Once two choices are gone, I mean, your heart beats, is a little more calm.
Absolutely.
Yes. Pick me, ditch me strategy. Yes.
Yeah. So let's go to DILR, GP, and if I look at once again, just to quickly, what I have seen here and what I think we have discussed also is that there were one easy set in slot 1 with one moderate and 2 difficult. Slot 2 also had one easy, 2 moderate and 1 difficult. And slot 3, it appeared that actually, while we are said that it is difficult, in the second round of discussion, this came out to be actually moderate itself. Whereas the javelin tournament was very, very difficult. So there were 2 moderates, one easy.
This is slot 2. Slot 3.
Javelin
is slot 2.
3.
Javelin
This is correct. This is correct only, no?
No, javelin
this
was
is
not
slot
there.
3.
No, there's not javelin tournament.
Some other tournament.
Yeah, some Chang
I
or
think there is
something,
some kind
whatever.
of error in this. There was one Gantt chart.
Yeah.
Yes. One javelin
one,
tournament. One reviewer of question review.
This is second slot.
No, this is second slot, but I think this is slot 3. I'm just putting it across because it has been recopied as that some typo. Let me just put it this for everybody. This is
Okay, slot 3.
same thing has got copied for slot 3 also. It looks like.
Yeah. Okay, then I'll tell you.
Quickly, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So first set of 6 questions were what we call as question reviewers. 13 questions which were reviewed by 3 reviewers, A, B, and K. Amal, Bimal,
And
and
this was not very difficult. Am I right?
This was not
new type. Yeah, it is doable. Not too much complexity in terms of data, but yeah, it is conceptual and unfamiliar territory. So you have to spend some time to think it. Moderate. Yeah.
Then the javelin tournament.
Javelin tournament, I think very clearly, what I love about this thing is hardly anybody would really want to take it up. Unless you are a sadist or sadomasochist, you will say, thank you very much, I'm out. So there is no doubt. It doesn't even tempt you. You're like clear-cut boss. Sorry, bye-bye.
Absolutely. And what about...
bar graph is very, very straightforward. The last one is on
arithmetic and logic.
Yeah.
Mixtures.
Basically solution, which is either pure or impure in different bottles. How do you find out?
And this was not really difficult. It was moderate. That's correct. What you said.
Moderate, because see, a couple of them are straightforward. Then a couple of them can be tricky, but it is concept level tricky. There is no time consuming kind of stuff. It's like, if there's 1 poison and 3 milk in 4 bottles, how many tests would you require to find out that kind of stuff?
So, GP, I want to ask you one question. If you notice what has happened in all the 3 slots, there is a bar chart, and a similar kind of a bar chart, which is called a Gantt chart, which was easy throughout.
Right.
And then there were 2 tournament and 1 logic question in all 3, though they were difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, in slot 2 and slot 3, there was one more set which was more easier than the slot 1. And one almost undoable in all the 3 slits.
I would not say undoable. It's possibly that given the time constraint, given the situation, that was a set which was possibly would have taken a little more time to solve. Okay.
Why would it? A question for you, GP. 40 minutes. Last year we had 5 sets. This time only 4 sets. Yet there is less time.
Yeah, Jijo. Aks. I have always found that that we expand time based on the number of questions. Last
Okay.
year, Quant, there were 26 questions and people were rushing. When you see 22 questions, you slow down. And that is another reason why people struggle in completing the papers. Okay, just go back in the past. When it was a 2-hour paper with 240 questions, people were able to do a significant portion. When from
Right.
2 hours, it became from the 240, it came down to 150. People were still struggling to complete the paper. The 2 hours became 2 hours, 15 minutes, 2 hours, 30 minutes, 3 hours. People still struggle to complete the paper. 2009 to 13, it was 60 questions in 3 hours. People struggle to
Correct.
complete the paper. So I think people expand the time available. बोलते हैं मेरे को I have to do only 60% of the paper. तुम time जितना भी दो मैं काम कम करूंगा. So we expand that thing. I don't know what the right terminology to use, but I think we space ourselves based on the number of questions available, and we slow down if the number of questions are less, and we move a little fast when the number of questions are high.
So how do we take this for when example people are going for a IFT exam in 1 week or a SAT exam in next week, or some of them are going to join and look at next year CAT? How do they approach this paper? Should they not bother about the time?
No, they have to bother about time. IFT is going to be a paper where you do speed up. You don't have an option. And the same students who were struggling to do out of these 110 odd questions, out of these 66 questions, in 2 hours, people have done something like how many? 30 questions, 40 questions, 45 questions on an average. Okay.
Right.
You will find the same students doing something like 60, 65, 70 questions in 2 hours, or maybe more also. Okay. So the only thing they need to do now is in the next 4-5 days, let's say Monday to Friday, take one paper every day. Get used to working faster.
Absolutely. Right. Shivku, you would like to comment on the entire thing about DLR and therefore the 99 percentile that we discussed?
Yeah, I mean, I also want to comment on the gas laws that GP talks about. I think this gas law is, I think that's why I always look at I always believe that a 10, 10, 12 is a strategy that will always work when you have a paper that is around. So get 10 marks right in quant, 10 right in DI, and 12 correct in verbal. You're going to crack get decent percentiles.
Right.
So I think irrespective, see, I believe when there were 5 sections, we had people ended up doing only two sets. When there are 4 people, in fact, but I somehow feel that this sense of lack of choice puts more pressure, and probably people would have been on slightly more pressure. I don't know, right? क्योंकि वो 10 के बाद कुछ नहीं दिख रहा है.
2 quick points, Shivku. I think one is the lack of lack of choice. The second is this 6-4 thing unnecessarily puts an additional variable in their mind.
No, but that we had last time also, right?
I agree, but obviously that level of difficulty is there, wherein you're saying that, look, मेरे को ये set ठीक लगता है, लेकिन उसमें 2 questions ज़्यादा है. If it was, a straightforward choice, because we normally say, it is easy to say कि ignore the number of questions, but focus on the set that is more doable. But that's not easy. It's tempting to go for the bigger one.
Correct. So I think there probably, I mean, if I were a examiner, I would say कि ये वाला decision making वाला story तो करना चाहिए, because you're putting a bait and checking whether the guys latch onto the bait or not. But 4 sets, I think, probably puts a little more pressure, because and that's where many people, I think, found going beyond attempts of 10 to 12 a little tougher, I feel.
Definitely.
Right. Okay. And let's go for the third set quickly. And quant, again, the very, very interesting thing in quant, in all 3 slots, approximately the same number of questions in all the areas were given except the last set. For example, 11, 5, 2, 1, 3. If you look at 11 in arithmetic, 5 in algebra, geometry 3, numbers 2, and modern maths, this was slot 1. Slot 2 was almost ditto. And slot 3, I think we made a mistake here. This is 0. I think the person who has copied it got it wrong. This is 6. and this is 4 here. Almost very, very similar scores, similar number of questions have come in quant in all the 3 slots. That also means that somebody has really put in some effort to kind of ensure that the 50% of them were arithmetic. IIM Ahmedabad has this idea that non-engineers should also be given equal responsibility or equal chance to get in. And is this one reason? In fact, I'm going to once again ask you, GP, that arithmetic percentage is increasing every year.
Yeah, if we look at 11 out of 22, it is 50%. I've not seen this for quite some time. So it will typically be about 9 out of 22, or the best case 10 out of 22. So 8, 9 is what I would have expected. So this is slightly on the higher side as compared to that. But the other part, if the idea is to make it a little more comfortable for non-engineers, I don't think that is what they have been able to do. Because as I said, most of the non-engineers would not be happy with lengthy questions. The 3 or 4 questions arithmetic were lengthy to read and to understand, and maybe a little tricky also. Some of these questions also had lots of calculation. Okay, so to me, it is, while arithmetic is there, it is not absolutely straightforward. Even in my slot, even the time and work questions required you to do lots of work. Okay, and then even the weighted average question, 1/6, which would mean that you and the number was not multiple of 6, which means you will end up in decimals. So I don't see them doing anything specific in terms of making it convenient or comfortable for non-engineers. So, but yes, arithmetic has always been high. Arithmetic plus algebra is 16 out of 22, which is higher than what we have normally seen. Geometry mensuration, I would not say there was an issue. It's typically that 3 out of 22. At best, I would have expected 4 out of 22. Okay. So by and large, I would say on the expected lines, with a slightly higher weightage towards arithmetic, and proportionately others have gone down by a question or so.
Right. Jijo, your idea, what's you would have heard from the rest of them also on quant?
So one of the things that I was so when I saw mine was slot 1, so like yours, so 11 arithmetic, like GP said, was surprise. So that was 50% of the questions. And then I think that somebody felt bad, therefore added some geometry questions and then decided to put some hexagon into it for some reason. But I believe that what this paper, like you said, did not force people to think a lot. It is just about the sort of, I would say, little standard kind of a question. So these kind of questions that people would have seen during the preparation process, nothing exotic in anything. So yes, so given the fact that there were 11 arithmetic question, and at least in the slot for many things were doable, I think probably IIM would want to say that I'm going to give you a quant section, but I will want to make it easy. But
Ravi and Rahul, you were there in the 3rd slot, and you guys have said that it was a very difficult, lengthy paper.
So a couple of things. I think, obviously, 1 and 2 slots I have not seen the questions. So I was comparing it with 2018 and 19. So part of things that we do is that when training students, we show them that there are enough easy questions in past CAT papers. So this slot, I would actually struggle to find, more than 6 questions, which are like, sub 1 minute questions. I think 2018 or 19, I could pick 8 from arithmetic alone, 7 at least from arithmetic alone, which could be a minute or minute and a half max kind of stuff. The second part is there were decent number of questions. Maybe slot 1 of Jijo was different. Slot 3, there were questions which force you to think also. There were very few standard questions in arithmetic. There were about 3, which was standard. There were about 3, 4, which were like crazy length. I think only Ravi Teja's young mind can remember that entire question on simple interest component. That question is an essay, man. Crazy. I mean, you're convinced.
Compound interest was a very crazy question.
It's like 5-line question.
Yeah. 3 different banks at 3 different rates, 1 at compound interest, 2 at simple interest, all 3 different rates, different times, half yearly compounding, all of them taken together.
But Ravi, this is a very good question. It is very easy to leave.
Yes, I agree.
No, but if you actually put pen on paper and refer to the options, you will find the answer.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm saying. So somebody was asking in the chat window about the shirts question. The shirts question, the
Options were helpful.
question, the alloy question, and I think one more. There were 4 questions wherein you have to use the options. If you do anything other than come back from the options, it gets messy.
So
Like
Ars,
GP says, if you don't use SQC GP, if you don't use GP's Jugaad techniques, then this paper, especially slot 2 and slot 3, would have been a little more difficult. Where I would still say that slot 1, Jijo, was definitely not that difficult, according to me at least.
I think Alex, going by logic, what did IMA wanted to create a paper for non-engineer? They decided 2 slots be enough. Slot 1, slot 2 will pick all the non-engineer. Slot 3 get lost. I think then that would be the logic. So I think that there is no such logic here. I think they created a paper, and it turned out to be whatever it turned out to be. And then even in people in slot 3, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, you will be your first comparison would be people among your slot. So long as you have done well with respect to students of your slot, there is sort of nothing much you need to worry at least at this point in time. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, I want to just respond to something. Anjali is saying every institute is giving different predictions of percentiles according to feedback of students who responded. Ours is not only students, ours is we have taken the paper. All of us who are sitting here discussing the paper with you, all of us have attended the paper, and we are giving you, based on our experience, what we think the cutoff is going to be. Okay, so while we'll take into account student feedback, we also take into account what we have gone through.
Anyway, a couple of days later,
every one of us, Anjali, every one of us who's talking has taken the paper in each of the slots. Slot 1, slot 2, slot 3. Two of us taken each of these, and therefore, with 20 odd years of experience behind us and understanding these papers, chances are that our numbers will be far more closer to the truth, closer to the reality than just a feedback. I'm not saying feedback is wrong. We take that feedback. In fact, now that you have somebody has mentioned that, I would really request every one of you to go onto the website of careerlauncher.com/cat and give your best and worst possible scores that you think are possible. We have a percentile predictor which will take this into consideration, take what everybody else has taken into consideration, use learning algorithm, and probably come out with a percentile that you will be kind of,
truth is a very dangerous word after slot.
That's why I said that's why I changed it at the moment.
We had that passage of truth and power, no?
Yeah. So my
post-truth world.
So my sense to all the students is that let IM do the work. Why you have to do the work of percentile calculation yourself also? Okay, you've taken the test, you've done it. I think in the due course of time, I think in a week's time, they'll come out with a response key. You will get to know a better chance. Then the result will come out. In the meantime, what is absolutely important to you is if we keep doing postmortem about this test, we will always have disappointment. And I'm sure that we'll always have frustration once the test is done. So what all you have to do is that take the next challenge. We'll fight the next battle. Whatever the battle, keep fighting till the and if your parents are asking for expected percentile, you tell the parent 100%, and then when the percentile comes, then you have to handle your parents.
So this is a kind of an overall comparison, but again, what we will do is come back to you, all of you, in the next couple of days with a lot more structured data and more relevant information. But it is suffice to say that a 99 percentile this year will be in the 95 to 99 range at the max. This is what we have kind of put it across as an overall idea. Again, it can change. 97, 99 for the 99 percentile. But the most important thing that I want you to look at is this part at an 80 percentile. Somewhere around 55 and 60, 62 for an 85 percentile. For a lot of good colleges, this should be more than sufficient. Even for the IIMs, I think around 70, 73, 90, I think 70, 73, you will get a 90 percentile comfortably in that sense. And this number, which is showing you as 90, 92, will be more of 75 and 76 for a 95 percentile. Now, if you have done anything somewhere close to that, don't worry about individual sections. But if around 75 plus marks you get, you can be getting into a new IIM if you are open category. Now, please understand, if you are an OBC, EWS, SC/ST, or any other category that you have, the requirement might just be lower than that. That has been similar for all the three categories, guys. I don't want to go much deeper into it because I'm going to repeat myself, but I'm going to, before I end this, I'll take each one of the experts who are here and their idea about what every one of you should do for the next IFT and other exams as well as PDP. I'll start with Ravi, youngest guy, before he wants to get into the train. Ravi.
Yeah, so for IFT, you don't need to invent the wheel again for IFT. You just need to do whatever you have been doing, except for the fact that GK in IFT may be testing. It may be a little challenging, but only mark the answers that you know. For your help, there is a GK compendium that we have uploaded under the study materials tab on Aspiration. You can go through that. You can go through the recent happenings, because some of the part will be static, some of the part will be current affairs. You cannot cover everything that is statics because history is vast. Current affairs, you can probably cover important events in the last 2-3 months at least, and stay on top of the GK section. The rest of it, it is a game of time management for me, because IFT, you will have to decide what section, depending on the level of questions, which section will you give more time kind of things. Second, if you are looking for an exam like XAT, XAT is an exam in which there is no sectional time limit. So you have all the time to do whatever you want to do in the paper. So, you'll typically find that 2 hours, 45 minutes is quite a lot of time for 75 questions to be solved, especially given that 47 of those questions are verbal ability and DM based, in which probably you can't do बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ वैसे भी because decision making for the last couple of years has been a little berserk. However, I would want you to focus on decision making right tomorrow. If you don't have IFT, you can start focusing on decision making and start working on how to actually go about the questions and take into account all the factors of analytical thinking and critical thinking that are required. So, and when it comes to Snap, it is more like a T20 game, 60 minutes, 60 questions, kuch bhi ho sakta hai. Just play your best game there. Nothing extra that you need to know for that. DM 1000 will be live tomorrow. You can access that.
Rahul?
Yep, thanks. So I think first I'll reiterate what I said. It's been a tough day for all of you. So take a day off, chill a little bit, and then get back to the grind. Right? It's very important that we don't take a foot off the pedal. And this is something that we speak with, I don't know, whatever, 20, 25 years of experience. There is a set of people who redouble their efforts, and there is a set of people who think preparation is over once CAT is over. Please be in the first bracket, right? You've worked so hard, so long, another couple of months, 1.5 months, just, hang in there, right? There is absolutely a weak correlation between doing well in CAT and IFT and XAT. It's not that the same people do well everywhere. There are literally hundreds of examples of people who screwed up CAT and did like awesome in Excel or IFT kind of stuff. Okay. So very, very important to look at that. Third, you believe you have done well, then I think consider PDP seriously. Again, you don't know how much time you will get to prepare, right? So start thinking of PDP for those who have done well. Second, don't overanalyze this exam, right? By tomorrow, latest data will be updated. Maybe one more session tomorrow where we can really give you the final numbers, but there's no point analyzing beyond a point. Okay. Anyway, the actual keys and all that will come reasonably soon. One point which Aks made, which I want to reiterate, there are some lovely colleges from 85 percentile onwards. Okay, it is not a zero-sum game. Those who go to IIM ABC are winners and everybody else doesn't do well, right? I'd probably say I can count of 50 people who have gone to lower level colleges who earn much more than what Aks and I do right now, if earning is a criteria to look at, right? There are great successful people from lots of colleges, including entrepreneurs and, iBankers and whatnot. So don't look at it as like, either this or like my life is a failure kind of stuff, right? You can go to a tier 2 college, be a topper there, and then get into a consulting or iBanking or wherever you want to. IIM is not the end goal here. It's a path. Okay, so that's it from my side.
Thanks, Rahul. Shivko, would you go next?
I think Rahul has almost said everything that I wanted to. I know a lot of people during PDP, every year I come across people who say, CAT तो मैं ZAT तो बड़ा ही नहीं, वो तो XLRI तो लेबर रिलेशंस का ऐसे कुछ इंस्टीट्यूट है, right? वो उसमें सिर्फ PMIR होता है. So I think it's those who have not yet filled in, please make sure that you fill in ZAT. I think day after tomorrow is the last
Day after tomorrow is
day,
the last
right?
day.
That's number one, right? The second is many exams, there are so many more battles to be won. So you've still not lost the war. If you have not done well, if you think that you have already won the war in terms of battling CAT, please be prepared for your interviews. So don't be complacent. I think that will take its own effort. So make sure that you're ready for that. बाकी में मुझे लगता है, I think ये जो gas loss वाला story है, I think you'll have to increase the temperature somewhere to increase your kinetic energy. Probably some places you have to speed up. You can't do at the pace. I mean, 75 questions, 66 questions, still managing 50 attempts. Those will not, you need to work on your strategy when it comes to IFT. You need to be a little faster. Maybe it could just be the conscious attempt of doing things faster. That I don't think you'll have a pressure of time. Most of the other things you should not have a pressure of time, but IFT could be a little pressing on you, but you need to change gears accordingly. Yeah, so I think there are enough opportunities. Take it easy if you have not done well, and don't take it easy if you have done well. Thank you.
Jijo.
I mean, the thing that I want to say is starting with this one. Okay. So today morning, I made the decision to buy a gloves because it was written, you must carry gloves. Then I went to the examination hall. I'm the only one having this. Then I removed it. So like how stupid decision I made yesterday morning, or wake up in the morning and to buy this thing. I'm sure that when we look back to this test called CAT, we can look back and say that I would have done a better call, that did something different, and there'll be no end to this particular thing. So my only suggestion to all of you is you have done your job. This one thing is one sort of milestone is done. Let it take its own path of what the outcome is going to be and make a call. Don't don't make this so sort of don't take anything from here and take it to a ZAT or IFT or the subsequent process that you're going to go in your life. Then the next step is that you have got a next milestone to do. Just work towards the next milestone. We'll do your very best, and you can make the decision once it is at the end of this year. You figure out what you have to do next. The battle is still not over. There's a lot of fighting to do. One other thing is that you also have to make those decisions in terms of which colleges to apply. So don't let any of these today's what do you say, problems or your feelings affect the next set of jobs that you have to do. So all the very best, guys.
Jijo, I think staying in Trivandrum has made you search for gloves. If you had been in Delhi, you would say, "Dekh lenge kahan kya hoga."
GP, your final tips to the students for the next 3 months, actually.
3 months. Okay. So let me start with and reiterate what Shivku and Rahul have already said. You still have a couple of days. Make sure you apply for that. Whether you have done well in CAT or not done well in CAT, either way you should apply for that. XLRI Jamshedpur is at par with ABCL. Anyone who says they are not equivalent does not know about MBA Institute, does not know about the industry at all. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second, IFT, there's a strategy video that Jijo and I had prepared. I'm sharing the link. So those of you who are interested in IFT, who have applied for IFT, have to take the paper. Please go through the strategy video. I've just shared the link with everyone. So that will at least help you pace yourself. But there's only one thing from the strategy video, or two things from strategy video that I will reiterate here, because I think that is what will define whether you'll make it to IFT or not. One, no guesswork in GK. the cutoff for GK is so low. If you get 4 to 5 right answers, you're through. So please don't do any guesswork. Second, it is English which will get you the total score. In a 135 question, 105 marks, if you can get about 65, 70 or 75 marks on the higher side, you will get the final call. English, so that means if you have to spend 40 minutes doing English, please do so. The 4 passages of RC in IFT are typically straightforward, factual, and you can slowly do them, hunt for the answer, mark the answer, and move on. So these are 2 things which are critical for IFT. The rest of the stuff you can go through the video. Okay. Thirdly, when it comes to ZAG, please make sure decision making you don't compromise on. That is a different section, and don't treat it like, don't think it is reading comprehension. It is not. One of the mistake which is committed most of the time by students is they consider it to be reading comprehension, and then they lose out. Finally, if you have done well in CAT, and when I say done well, based on your estimation, done well does not mean 99.5 percentile. Done well means I would be happy going to this level of institute, and if you have the score to go to the kind of institute you'd be happy with, because I know many of us know right at the beginning that maybe this score is not good enough for me. Some of us will be extremely happy going to an then an IMT. A couple of years ago, I had a student whose aim was, says, given my background, given my knowledge, if I make it to NM Bangalore, I think I would have achieved. So if you think you are getting a score which is in line with your expectation of yourself, then please start preparing for interviews immediately. When I say immediately, after the IFT, if you're taking IFT. Okay, because when the interview calls come, you will not have sufficient time to prepare. Okay, so please don't compromise on this part. And remember, CAT is the easier part. The more difficult part is the interview. Okay, so please start working on that area. Okay. Apart from that, for all the papers, just take mocks regularly. And for ZAT also, we'll be having countdown ZATs as we did for CAT. So we'll keep meeting till ZAT is over.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, gentlemen, all of you, for being there and giving this complete analysis. We will come back with a lot more data. One, all of you who are there and all your friends who have written CAT, encourage them to come to our careerlauncher.com/CAT data and give what they have done in terms of their best and worst scores, so that your percentile will be far, far more accurate. But by then, we'll also have a response sheet, as we have said. When the response sheet comes in, I think our ability to not only predict what the exact percentile you'll get, but also which colleges you should apply to will become a lot more clearer at that stage. Till that time, don't give up, like Rahul said, and like GP sir said, take one thing at a time. IFT or MyCAT coming up this weekend. Make sure that this weekend is taken care of. Take every exam as if it's a new exam starting off, and no putting your gas off the pedal of the gas. Sorry. With that, thank you, Jijo, Shivku, Ravi, GP, and of course, in the entire team of CAT of mine, Aditi, Shreya, Saptarshi, Manish, and everybody else who has really worked hard for this CAT analysis. We will be back to you with a lot more analysis as we go along. Thank you so much, and good night, Shubhratri.
Thank you. Good night.
Right.